you have to select
Okay.
from 2 or 3. Of course, I'm gonna shuffle the words again.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 is not open, 3 is not smell, or it can be the same number. So just select 2 or 3.
Okay. 3.
Okay. So my decision is that I will not change the number. Okay, so the word is smell.
Okay.
Alright.
Smell.
So you're ready?
Mm. Smell. How to say? It's very difficult. Okay, I'm ready.
You know, for you to um
I think the lung is very easy to describe, valuable, but very difficult to.
so, I'm gonna give you a tip. Why did you select smell?
Mm,
What are the examples of smell? What are the, those kind of things? What is your favorite smell? What is those kind of examples? So you could say anything. Do you like the smell of food or
okay.
something like that? Okay. So you ready?
Mhm. Okay.
Start.
Okay. We use our nose to smell food. Uh, and in Taiwan has a lot of food smells so good, like the cake, noodles, and rice. And, mm,
Next.
mm, mm,
Times.
mm, mm,
Time's up.
mm, mm, mm,
Time's up.
mm, mm. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like one sentence. Okay, can you go ahead and read it?
And we use our nose to smell food. And in Taiwan has a lot of food smell so good, like the cake, noodles, and rice.
Okay, so what can you say about this?
We food. Taiwan is food. What? Smell. Noodles, rice. Mm.
Okay, we use our nose to smell food, and in Taiwanese foods smell so good like cake. Okay. Wow, this is actually best to check this. So we use our nose to smell food. Okay, that can be already one word.
Mm-hmm.
Taiwanese food, so you can just remove this. Taiwanese food, there's no S for food. Food is just food. It's not, if you would say a lot of food, you don't need to add S, okay? So Taiwanese food smells so good, like the cakes, noodles, and rice. So you don't need to add S here. There. But your other sentence, or the original, so we use our nose to smell food. So you could also, in Taiwan, there are a lot of food. There are a lot of food that smells so good, like cake, like cakes, noodles, and rice. You could also say that. So which one do you like best? Is it the first one or the second correction? So which one do you like? Is it the first one or the second sentence? Second sentence.
Second sentence.
Can you just go ahead and read it then, the first sentence, Hector?
First or second?
Yeah, the first sentence.
Okay. We use our nose to smell food. Taiwanese food smells so good, like cakes, noodles, and the rice.
Next, second sentence.
We use our nose to smell food. In Taiwan, there are a lot of food that smells so good, like cakes, noodles, and rice.
There. So for the first sentence, you are just describing the Taiwanese food. But on the second sentence, you mention about the place. So either of this, it's good. But, it's good. You tried your best, to describe smell. Is it hard to describe smell or to talk about smell? Hector? Hector?
Yep.
I cannot hear you. Okay. So, are you having a hard time?
Yeah, often.
Okay, so for the last word, so it's not me who, give this word, so, because we have the second round, so I'm gonna give you the word, so it's gonna be a bit harder.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know if you're ready to describe often.
Okay. Often.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, start.
Often, often is means do something again and again. I often drive car to office in the morning, and I often buy the rice for lunch. And example, I often play football in the holiday. In the holiday, yep. And and I often eat dinner
Stop.
by myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, you have a lot of things to say. Okay. Often or often. So, can you read it?
It often means do something again and again. Like I often drive car to the office in the morning. I often buy rice for lunch. For example, I often play football in the holiday. I often eat dinner by myself.
Okay. Alright, so let's see. Often means do something again and again. Okay. Next, I often drive car to the office in the morning. Okay. I often buy rice for lunch. For example, I often play football in the holiday. I often eat dinner by myself. Okay, so in this part, you could just delete for example. You could just say, I often buy rice for lunch. I also I also often play football in the holiday. I often eat dinner by myself. There's just too many I and often. So it's like, if you're gonna read it, it's somewhat like there's no connection. So you're just like making sentences using often. So, yeah, see? You agree with me? So you just wanted to say, but it's okay. At least you've tried, alright? So let's see. Let's try to connect your sentences and make it into one paragraph or just to one idea. So often means do something again and again. I often drive car to the office in the morning and buy rice for lunch. So let's just delete this. Okay, I also often play football in the holiday and eat dinner by myself. I'll just delete that. So it's just that we're making the sentences just one sentence because, again, it's redundant if you keep on repeating those words. Okay, this is a bit better. Can you try and read the correction?
Often means do something again and again. I often drive car to the office in the morning and buy rice for lunch. I also often play football in the holiday and eat dinner by myself.
See, the idea is a bit, clear, and it's, connected. Sentences are, it's like connected from each other. So that is, so the objective of our activity for tonight, Hector, is that I want you to develop, or for you to think fast. That is why there is a time pressure. And for you to organize your thoughts. Okay? So that is the idea of this game or of this activity. So,
Okay.
you're ready for round 2? Or do you want to do that next Monday?
It's just trial. It's only 4 days.
Okay, but it's okay. Good job for trying. Okay. Alright, so that's it. Next time, whenever you try to, make sentences, try to use the vocabulary words that we already discussed. Okay? So just like a lot of buildings. So instead of building skyscrapers, what else? What are the vocabulary words we've used? Modern city. You could also use that. Lifestyle. Casual. You can also say, I always, or I do not use casual clothes when I'm going to work. Or I often use casual clothes when going to work. And you could also say, I often pass the park, which is a landmark, going to the office. So landmark. You could use those words, to make your sentence a bit, the idea is okay, because I want you to use those words. Okay, so let's continue discussing your book then. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss this part. So I'm gonna read first, then you read after. Alright, so Pam and Andrew. We live in a house in Arignac, a small village in the south of France. Food is very important here. Everyone buys their food at the street market every Saturday. When the weather's good, we have a picnic with friends in the local park, and we've got 3 really good restaurants in the village center. Okay, that's your turn.
Okay. Pam and Andrew. We live in a house in Origin, Originate, a small village in the south of France. Food is very important here. Everyone buys their food at the street market every Saturday. When the weather's good, we have a picnic with friends in the local park. And we've got really good restaurants in the village center.
Center. It's actually center. It's more of like a British word. Instead of CENTER, the spelling is that way. Sometimes even color. For color, with them, there is a U.
Okay. Your
Yes, right? What else? For Americans or US Americans, we use apartment. For them, it's flat. It's more of a flat for them. For us, we use elevator. They used lift. So this apartment.
In that bed. In that bed.
So there are a lot of, words that sometimes there is a difference on the spelling and also on the meaning. I mean, on the words, but it has the same meaning. Okay? So any words that you didn't understand from this?
No.
You're good? Okay, very good.
Argument. Or this one.
Oh, it says here, a small village in south of France. It's a place.
Yeah. Right.
What can you say about the lifestyle? See, we're using the word lifestyle again, of Pam and Andrew.
Their lifestyle is very relaxed. They enjoy their food and they like outside to have they like outside to have a picnic with their friends. And they really like to eat. Mm-hmm. The food is very important for their life. And let's say a lot of like the picnic or to restaurant.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost about food.
Yeah.
So it's like food is life for them. Yeah, just it says there, food is very important here. All right. So let's continue. Let's go now to Henry. So Henry, I live in a small town called Southwood. We haven't got a big shopping center, just small shops in the town center. The shops open at 9. They don't close at lunchtime, but they do close at 5:30 p.m. Most shops doesn't open on Sunday, but we've got a 24-hour supermarket a few kilometers away.
Okay, Henry, I live in a small town called Southwood. We haven't got a big shopping center, just small shops in the town center. The shops open at 9. They don't close at lunchtime, but they do close at 5:30 p.m. Most shops doesn't open on Sunday, but we've got a 24 hours supermarket a few kilometers away.
Kilometers. That is pronounced as kilometers. But if you are using kilo, the weight, you pronounce it kilo. But if you're talking about distance, it's kilometer. Few kilometers. Yes. Kilometers. Well, it's more on kilometers. Okay, so in this, for Henry, what can you say about him, about his lifestyle?
Think shopping is important. I think she they don't they don't have they don't have that they don't have the big shopping center.
Mm-hmm.
Only few only just small shops in the town center. Then the shops open at very early.
Are you sure?
Very early. Yeah, it's very early.
Okay.
Close at 5:30 p.m. It's very early too. So I think their lifestyle is very relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep the whole night to do yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But if you're gonna look at the landmark, so what are the landmarks here?
Then
Yeah. What are the landmarks in Southwold? Oh, do you still remember what this landmark means?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Denmark,
Mm-hmm.
small shop.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's correct. So there are two small shops. Or I'm sorry, just small shops in town center. So these are the shops or landmark at the town center or in the town center. What else? Is there anything else?
They have got a 24-hour supermarket.
Okay, good. Okay, so these two are the landmarks. So let's say we will travel to Southwold. Then we could remember that there are small shops in the town center and the 24-hour supermarket. So that's our guide. You know, if we need to buy something, or let's say you need to buy food, then you know that there is a 24-hour supermarket. So those are the landmarks in this place. So I agree with you when you say they have very relaxed living or lifestyle. And you mentioned that they open at 9. You said it's very early. Why? Why do you say it's very early?
Because in Taiwan, our shops open at 11. Yeah, our small shop opened at 11 and closed at 9 p.m.
Okay. Henry is living. Is he living in the city, or is he living in the small town?
I think he's living in the small town.
Okay, so he lives in a small town. So, which means, unlike in the city, you said there are a lot of buildings. So, it's okay that in the city they could open late or they could close late, or the mall or shopping centers. But here, no, because maybe there are just a few people, right? So do you agree with me? Are you sure?
Yeah, in some place like Hualien,
Okay.
Taiwan, it's open very early and close and to close very early also.
Okay, see, good job. So you could give me an example or a place in Taiwan. So, but let's say if Henry lived in a city, what about in Pam and Andrew? Do they also live in a city?
Small village,
A small village also. So these are very small.
the country.
Okay. Alright. So for number 4, can you read it? 4A.
Okay. Underline two things that are same where you live. Circle two things that are different.
Okay. So underline 2 things that are the same where you live.
Two things. Underline, where underline.
Here, it says it's on the article. So under Pam and Andrew and then Henry.
Okay.
So it says here, read the article again. And then underline 2 things that are the same where you live. So for Pam and Andrew, which is the same?
It's the same. Word is very important.
Okay.
It's very important.
So it says there you go.
Circle two things that are different. Circle. Not circle.
You could just, let's see if we could try to. No, you could just change or highlight the color into, just choose any color you want except red and yellow and orange. Okay, yellow, alright. So for Pam and Andrew, it says here 2. 2 more. Underline 2 things that are same where you live. Circle 2 things that are different. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Only one.
Are you sure?
We don't. It's the waiter school. We don't have a picnic with friends, and then we have more
Okay.
restaurant. in the city center.
There's no good restaurants, really?
And more than 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
But past the 3. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so your first answer is that food is very important here. Okay. So it's also important in Taiwan. Of course, here as well.
Food, food is very important everywhere.
Exactly, right. I agree with you. You know, just like here in our place, we are very far from the main city. So, whenever we have time to go to the city, we have to buy a lot of groceries so that we have a lot of stocks here. Yeah, it's hard. You know, there's a store near here, but of course it's not complete. They just have just a few things, you know, that they're selling, but it's not.
We can always to finding the new restaurant.
Yes. So really good restaurants. It's also in the city center for us. So in Taiwan or in your place, there are really good restaurants. Okay.
We have a lot of restaurants from other countries.
Okay. All right. Next. So for Henry, you said we've got a 24-hour supermarket a few kilometers. So what is the name of that supermarket?
Like the shopping mall. They have the 24 hours open.
Supermarket, it's more of like groceries. Grocery store wherein they have vegetables, you know, anything. Okay.
But in Taiwan, the supermarket always in the big mall.
Okay. So there is no separate supermarket.
Not so much. Separate.
Okay. For us, we do have several supermarkets, but they are not open 24 hours. Okay, next.
Yeah.
So, which is different from you. Everyone buys their food at the street market every Saturday. Okay. So, where do you buy your food then? But you have street market, right?
We buy the food at the supermarket. And every day.
Okay. But
We are very convenient in Taiwan.
yeah, I know. That is why, you know, when I do the assessment, all of you guys, your answers were, you wanted to live in the big city. Yeah, and the second reason, it is because it's very convenient. So you have one answer. Okay, next. So the shops open at 9. Okay, they don't close at lunchtime, but they do close at 5:30 p.m. Okay. So it's somewhat like the same here in our place. Okay, so there. So on Monday, we'll have another activity. So as much as possible, you know, try to make sentences or paragraph like this one.
Okay, I will prepare.
Oh, I like that. I like that. But, you know, you were able to, you know, you did try your best. Anyway, this is just a test how far you understand or how you've learned so far. Okay, so that's it for tonight, Hector.
Okay.
All right, have a great evening. You take care. Bye now.
Okay.